Is our mics hot or are we? Oh, okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome on in to the Aurora Esports Overwatch Clash Season 6 Week 8 matchup between the Bloomington Bobcats and the Foxians. Joining me today will be FireCarter for his first cast, as well as our first-time producer WYND here. So if there are any hiccups, you'll have to excuse us. We are trying to integrate some new people in, but should be just fine. And FireCarter, honestly, good to get you on the cast, man. You know, you're a very knowledgeable player in Overwatch, and excited to finally get you in on the microphones here. And honestly, pretty exciting game ahead of us here with the Bobcats and the Foxes. Both teams kind of on the up and up here recently.
Yeah, and they're both 3-4, so I think this match is very important because whichever team wins this match sets themselves up very well for making the playoffs at the end of the season. I think I don't think it's end all be all, but I think winning this game is probably the most important first step for both of them in trying to get that 8th, 7th spot into the playoffs.
Yeah, that last spot is of course going to be very critical, and we've seen, you know, throughout Aurora and Overwatch League history before that the lower seeds usually actually come out on top. We don't actually see a lot of favorites taking home the win. So of course the team just getting hot at the right time is perfect. And you know, unless the Bobcats play every single playoff match in an odd week, might not be the best. But with just the talent on both these rosters, you can definitely see them making that late season push. And okay, so let's see. When you're going to need to go into OBS, you're going to need to go into filters, apply a chroma key, and select that color. And then you'll be good to go.
Ready for battle.
The teams are on the wrong side, so we'll flip that here shortly. Don't worry about it. I can figure it out there. WYND, I can get it done for you. Stay on the Overwatch. We're going into the Lijiang Tower on 2 gardens. We do see a very different looking compositions here. One brawl, one ball comp. I mean, Dyer's in a really tough position here, dire situation, if you will. He's kind of stuck here and will die. So not the best start here for the ball for the Foxians, and it looks like Blue will try to take down Fire, but Fire has an inform just in time to either from Topaz. Will keep up, and yeah, with 2 quick kills there, especially Dyer taking himself out of the fight, that will be a fight victory here for the Bobcats, and we'll get first capture.
Luckily, Dyer and Jack are both on very fast characters, so they can get pretty quick. I'm trying to get the contest there, but doesn't quite go off. And I don't know what I think about the wrecking ball here now that they're already now that Bobcats are already on the point.
And yeah, there's walking down War right now, very aggressive here from Fire, just trying to take space right back out of White Room. Who almost falls off the map there, trying to pull a Dyer, but does get stuck on the lamppost. It gets back just in time. Topaz half HP, 4 Each will go down first here, so a good opening pick from 8 seconds. Cuts down the backline pressure from the Bobcats. The Fire, close annihilation here, very close. 5% away to that. Pops it right in that White Room. Aegis has a high noon, but not gonna do enough damage nearly in time. As Fire is holding that block. They will eventually come back in and take that kill, but still a very scrappy fight on the point with Dyer on the ball. Stricers eventually want to clean up both supports. Off from Makua is going to stick, but the 3-on-1 on this point recall is forced. It'll be the Bobcats holding once again.
Bobcats do get the fight win, and that fight was cheaper for them, so they're looking to be stronger going into this point, especially with Dyer swapping onto the Orisa. He's got both support ults on the side of the Foxians, but all 4 ults except Annihilation for the Bobcats. They're probably gonna go in with a rush here on the side of the Foxians, but a rally should just respond to that, and I don't know how they take it.
Coming in very aggressively, Jack goes down, the second orbital ray comes out, and back Ajax with the orbital ray, loses out that critical sword ultimate. Also not gonna land, but they already got the kill, following up with that ray from Topaz. A very clean, efficient fight there with just the ray, just the pulse bomb, and still got Riley, still got Bob. It's gonna look really rough for coming in with just Kasuna Rush.
I mean, they're gonna have to get in touch with the Tracer. And currently Akua's in a fight with the other Tracer. I don't know how they're gonna get to the back here.
Akua's trying to go for a rush out of spawn. just to try to get some speed, get one last touch. The Skites and Bob, as well as the rally from Moon, will make the Bobcats almost immovable off this point. Speaking of immovable, the fortify from Dire is engaged here, but the javelin spin not long. And here comes the rush. 5 men inside White Room. Akua's dream taken down on the recall, and a very good first point there for the Bobcats on this brawl, which, you know, Garden not really known for that brawl look, but now going in next 2 points here, a much better look for him.
Definitely. I think that was the best map for the comp of the Foxians, and they weren't able to do anything on it. We can see that they probably don't want to play the brawl, but now they're on Control Center, which is probably one of the best brawl points in the game. The Foxians don't, I mean, the Bobcats don't have to change much of what they're doing at all. But the Foxians are going to be forced to improvise. So definitely I think the Bobcats favored here.
You know, the Akua Junkrat has been known to be very feast or famine, so hopefully for the Foxians it's going to be feast today. Just putting in those damage right through White Rooms, trying to put in some pressure, but will just clear that space for Dire to walk forward. Fire has a shield to block off this bandage, but Akua is looking down the backline here, spots Moon off on the side, but looking back to the team. The smoke from Fire, not getting too much there. Moon forced to dash to point there with the Brigitte shield, and now Akua going deep in the backline, finds Foos on the Genji, and just pelting him full of damage. It's a 1v1 in the back, it's a 4-4 on point, but Dire with the fortify, with the spin. They're going to exactly exchange those Kaiser for Akua either way. We love projectile characters. I mean, Warflying low on the point, Foos is there in the backline, puts pressure on the Bat Piece, and with that Bat Piece going down Dire, as much as healing for Dire. Close to the cooldown cycle once again, but with both DPS for the Foxes out of this fight. Dire just trying to get a kill in the back on the Moon, and Topaz keep each other aligned very well here with the cooldowns, with the pack, with the Medi Blaster, and that will just do it there. Another quick clip for Bobcats, but see if they can get staggered out here with 18 seconds to cool and really pushed up.
The Akua Junkrat might be good as seen by getting that first pick there, but it's going to be hard to live on with Fire's Kaiser's Cassidy. He did get a pick there, and I think he has an opportunity to maybe get one here.
It's gonna be 1-for-1. Here comes Tire out early. Skyster takes it down with a Magrenic grenade. Not the best looking. Skyster has a high net as well. Just create the business site. Up for a creep to Topaz. Now over to Ray's Archchain. We actually have the Star Wars going on right now. From Ron Reagan. If you appreciate it. Here comes Parasurge. We'll find Topaz. Still a very scrappy fight, but Fire goes in deep with Annihilation. The brutality field not long for Warriors. Both supports gone, and now it's just Dire in the White Room. And once again, another Dire situation. And that will be about 50% gained here, but a lot of ults exchange on both sides. Not too bad for the Bobcats or the Foxians.
They do make the swap over to Ramasha now on the side of the Foxians. We'll see if that changes anything. And they do have the window, but Blade Rally is a very strong combo. And they should be able to do distance with that. We'll see how the Foxians try to take this. They should try to play longer. But
they have Blade, they have Rally, both Rams exchanging those shields. No palm punches there to break that one early. War in tough position though, but Akua will find Topaz. Pateful with his own life, but a much worried Crave here. He's that 2% away from his death loss for the quick 6-fold. Unleashed the Retaliate away. 18% cut that down with a death loss. Fire using that shield perfectly for Mantra to dodge the death loss. The window from War does nothing but make Moon walk past her right in his face. And taking down that Bat Piece. Jack trying to get away. A cool difference up onto Widowmaker, but Moon is playing the sniper and hits him with that mace to the face, the whip shot. And with 5% and counting, that will probably just do it for our first map of Legion Tower. Both the way Blues and Bobcats, not a single percentage gained for the Foxians, and they gotta make some swaps.
I would agree with that. I think every fight on that second point, Kua got an opening pick, but then got traded out himself. So I think it had a chance to go very well, but I think the Bobcats were doing a really good job of punishing that Junkrat look. But I think maybe on a different map, maybe we'll get a more dive-centered map. It'll look better for them.
Yeah, we will have to see where both teams decide to go. Quick update though for you guys on this main stream. On the alt stream, we do have the chip cover versus Lancelot Lancers. Lancers currently up 1-0 in that game and trying to make breakthrough on the attack on King's Row. So a good back and forth affair on that game potentially as well. So two games of course going at the same time. Panini on the solo cast for that one. Make sure to go show them some love if you've got some extra time. we are still just gonna be sitting here in the lobby. We've got some yapping to do, got some space to fill, as we don't quite have the production set up for WYND just yet. But we will get them next time. We are going into our next map very quickly though. So this will be again Kings Row. Both these matches kind of mirroring each other right now. And what do you expect to see really on Kings Row? Because we saw how good the Bobcats looked on Brawl, and with Akua going over on a tank, I think here for this map, are we seeing, you know, maybe a Zarya look or potentially a Diva? I'm not sure what could really stop the Ramattra from a fire right now. He's going crazy in the back line, no pressure.
I think I mean it's gonna be hard to run a Zarya here. Now that Ramattra, one of the changes of that Ramattra change now destroys bubbles in a single punch. Well, basically a single punch. So Ramattra is actually much harder to counter to Zarya now. So I don't think they're going to be able to do a Zarya look, but they might try. I think it's probably more likely that they go for a Diva here, or maybe they're just trying to cool on the Brawl tanks. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. They are starting on defense, so I think that leans to them probably not wanting to play Diva. Diva isn't as great on defense, but it's also hard for me to understand why they would put Akua in for Ramattra or Risa, but maybe they just think it'll look better for them. Maybe it has more to do with DPS picks than tank picks.
Now entering.
But it is shot
makes
to Kings Row, I think.
WYND to go back to the Google Chrome and then refresh it with function 5 or F5, and you'll get the updated score as well as the switch sides. But yeah, sorry to cut that off. Wanted to make sure we got that update on stream.
That is fine. But yeah, I am surprised that they haven't got a more, looks like we're gonna reload the lobby here in a second. It's high ping. Yeah.
You gotta love Skyster coming in, just ruining the lobby for everybody by being on West Coast.
Initiating match.
No, I would have expected, judging with what they looked like on the first map, that the Foxians would want to go dive, but Kings Row isn't really a dive map. So I'm just as interested as you are to see what they're going with here.
Yeah, I mean, it's Akua on tank is an interesting specimen. He's always either like Zarya trying to kill 5 or feeding his brains out. So we'll see. Yep, back on the Zarya. But the biggest thing as well is War on the Mei back on the DPS for him. I know that Mei kind of been a pocket pick for the Foxians so far this entire season. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it for the side of Bobcats. Stick with exactly where they're going. I doubt they're running the Life Weaver Zenyatta. But maybe, you know, Moon is locking the Zen to prove Willfish incorrect in the poorly designed department. If anybody remembers that from General Chat earlier this week, but
there's always a chance.
There is always a chance. You know what? The Moon has been known to potentially troll a map or two in the Bloomington Bobcats. But it does look like Topaz going back to the Juno. I don't expect the Moon Zen to stay, but again, he's going for a bit of a 5-ball right out of spawn. Now, what's your thoughts like on the Reaper here? Like, how's the Reaper working his composition? Because we saw it not get too much value in the last Legion Tower, but it's sticking with it here.
Well, the only thing Reaper's really good at is trying tank, but does get an early pick on the Ashe.
Yeah, really good start with the help of the bubble and speed ring, keeps the Reaper alive, and I'm not sure how Fire took so much damage right away. Maybe War hit an icicle headshot way downtown, but Fire lost like almost all of his HP. Both fight even really broke out, and now Jack asserts the differential on the Juno. Akua going in 1v3 on the bus. Trying to take him down, looks like they will survive, and they'll get a quick reset here, but a good start for Foxians. Much better look than at Lijiang Tower.
Yeah, I like close holding here, but if I'm the Bobcats, I'd like to see trying to shred the Zarya. Every single person on their comp is really good at doing a ton of damage to those bubbles, especially Ramattra now with the chain.
War hit
a really good job of holding.
War hit a really nice wall, did pay for worth their life, but that's a great exchange, especially if you find 3 off the back of that one. War will not be there, but he'll be remembered from the grave, and now the Fox is looking way cleaner on this map, especially with the Kua Zarya is able to help HP's with the aggression in the front line, and War will not be there, so they can't get a close hold, but swap on the Pharah and Skyster on the Echo. Double flare comp here, FireCarter.
I think it's a good adaptation. They don't have anything that could really touch it other than the Baptiste. I think Fire, they're just going to play long fights here. And if they can do that right, I think the Bobcats have a good chance. But the Foxians, they keep playing like they're playing. I think they still have a really good chance.
Yeah, Moon has trance here for the Graviton Surge. Will go away. Atrium tried to go in, followed up, but he's taken down. We're talking Dire, not in time. Now they're over to Rafe and Jack. We're trying to keep his team healthy on point. Akua in the middle of that gives so much healing. And now Dire throws in the Amplitude Matrix for good measure. keeping a cool high in the front line, has that charge, can melt down the opposition until they come in here. Fire with Annihilation, walks further in, the stick is not gonna find anything but the May block. Dire goes on down a cool 1 HP, but the over to Ray from Topaz will keep the Ramatra nice and healthy. Rupert T fair formations to get out, but that would be point A going the way of the Bobcats, but a good solid 2.5 minute hold there from the Foxians, looking again a lot better, a lot more competitive in this match.
Yep, absolutely. It's not a cheap fight for either side. Both sides use 3 ults, and the Foxians still have 2 of theirs left because they didn't have to make any swaps. So I think they're in the better position here.
They're trying to afford their cool punished. Way too aggressive. They're down a member. I'm not exactly sure where everybody was. They're going for a Blizzard here as well on their Ramatra, trying to solo. Even Highfield from Dire trying to keep him alive, but in fact Fire will survive for just enough time to keep the team competitive, and the cart will finally push past the choke. But a pretty spendy defense there. There's more swap here. Yes.
Surely. Because Moon is sticking on that Zenyatta, which is obviously a liability in the backline if he can't stay alive, but he's been doing a good job of it so far, but we'll see if the Tracer does anything.
Yeah, Wilfish got to take some notes to see if the support is on hero or not. War does eat a rocket to the face from Foos. Duplicate out from Skyster, but Adrian's like whipped out the Death Blossom and finds nothing but a Wraithing Reaper. Losing out on that one, Foos decides to pop that barrage, and both DPS ultimates just exchanging their lives for 0 kills. You love to see it. Both is accused to die, but now War finding nothing but the end of Moon's little orb at the end there. Skyster 1 HP, a cool trying to bring it back for the squad. Graviton Surge on point. Moon does not have the transport. 1 HP, a cool finding 2. It's now a 2-on-1 on point. Jack close to over to Ray. Can they use it in time? With Ace coming back on the Cassidy for one last touch. Both DPS are there, but Fire finds 3 kills to clean up point B. And now we'll go to Kings Row point C, where yes, in 4 minutes, time banks go to die.
Absolutely. But worth noting that Jack does have the orbital ray. It's likely that Topaz will get his early on in the fight, but if they can somehow support strength with it, Topaz has it already. It's over. I think the Bobcats are looking really strong, even going to this with 2 extra missiles.
Cool does get walled off here. Umatai feels from Dire. Will keep him alive, but now Jack pops that over to Ray to get some space back for his squad, force him back. Skyster down. Who's over to Ray? He's going to be used in a losing battle here. Moon 1 HP, trying to get out with Topaz's assistance. They will do just that. But for the Foxians, they can start this close hold once again. And the build has some pretty critical ultimates here. Both defense ready to go. Dire has the window, so the defense can potentially hold, or maybe at least get out one of these Transcendence or Annihilations.
Yeah, if the fight lasts even a little bit, you can get a high noon. And I'm not actually sure what the Bobcats do against early pick on Jack.
Yeah, with Jack down, we do have a Fire taking the space, pushing down HB sec. So no ultimates and a lost fight here. So not a good start here for the Foxians. They have 3 minutes for the Bloomington Bobcats to complete this defense, or complete the offense. Fire has Annihilation for a last second contest here. Moon as well with the trance. Feeling pretty tough from War, has to land a big pulse bomb or potentially HP sec finding a pick with this high noon. But War, I've been fired hiding behind the little right room, knowing they're going to come out that door. Moon finds the 5-ball headshot over on towards Jack, but can be exchanged here 1-for-1. Both Chinos down out of this fight. Dire with the MFK race over on towards this left side. Another quick kill. This pulse bomb not going to find anything but Fire. Doesn't put damage in, but Akua jumps off the map. He's done. He doesn't want to play defense anymore. The Bob and Blizzard will send us right back to the end of this half of the map, and I'm not sure exactly where Akua was going with that one. Trying to do the brig tech, I suppose, on the map, but playing the wrong character there, my friend.
He thought he was back on Pharah for a second. Well, I understand how Akua feels. I feel like these fights are going so fast. I think Zarya really wants to get that charge, stay alive for a long time, but they're doing a really good job on the side of the Bobcats of making these fights quick, getting early picks, stuff like that, and she just doesn't have time to build up the bubble charge. We'll see if they stick with it on attack. It should be easier on attack, I think, the Zarya. We may see like another full cap, get a really long map. Akua does say whipping it out, unsure what that means.
It appears the same exact composition, but minus a Juno. That's whipping it out. Just lose the best support currently in the game and swap it for a Kiriko.
Nice try.
I mean, maybe that'll be the change they need. Oh, and Anna as well.
I mean, maybe. I mean, they don't have a Brigitte of their own or anything, so Topaz could be a pretty juicy target for Jack on a flank. You know, I'm sure. We'll let him cook. You know, like Akua said, he's whipping it out, so.
I mean, I like the Doomfist. I don't know if that's actually what they're doing, but I feel like they should be playing to exploit the Zenyatta more. It is always going to be a little bit of a liability if you can get a kill on it. But they're still looking at the Brawl look with the DPS.
We do have the dive look here with the Doomfist from Akua. The Tuka Monster has emerged in the lobby here, ladies and gentlemen. He will do 5 damage per ability on the Zenyatta for the dive. Right now, both teams play nice and slow here. A punch on the Fire for displacement. War does hit that wall, splits off some healing for now, but Fire nice and healthy in the front line here. The punch not gonna land from Akua. The statue battle, 4-on-1, and Fire is winning it out as the spam from the back is finally coming through the hotel. Skycer emerges with that shotgun, sending Jack right back. Both DPS, or the HP Jack, sadly are both gone, and now with Foxians sent back to spawn, Akua will pad his stats and stay alive, but not the best look so far 1 minute in.
Okay, they do swap to the Echo, so they are going more divey. There's a Pharah closer to spawn right now. That might be... There is a Pharah above Akua right now.
And Akua is just spamming his cooldowns, just randomly jumping back and forth in front of Fire, but Fire taking about 3 damage per pellet. Really no fear in his eyes. HP as well over onto the Widowmaker, looking for potentially a spawn pick here. But Moon did pick him with a couple of balls there, so has to send him right on back. Akua is set up on high ground, looking for an engage over onto the Zenyatta. But Moon is just lazily going backwards. They can't really stop him. They finally get to take the Zenyatta down. The glass cannon has been broken out. Akua is in your back line, and he has cooldowns. Ready to come on in. Fire. Close Annihilation could look to use it here in the mid-fight with the overbreak from Topaz. Definitely here. Boost 1 HP. HP swaps out the Widowmaker over on the Soldier and gets a kill. But Akua goes in a small room against Fire. Not long for this board. They have a good scene rush here from Jack, but there's nobody to follow up on that one. In fact, it'd be the quick kills coming for the Bloomington Bobcats. As that Dire will get staggered out here. The Nano went onto somebody. I'm not exactly sure who. Ooh, it might have been an Ajax or an instant delete. And now Foxians are in complete desperation mode with 2 minutes left in the bank.
I don't think that's a fight you can afford to lose. You're up 2. You use 2 of your support ults. You swap back to the Mei, so you lose all your Echo charge. I think the Foxians are in really dire straits right now, as the Bobcats still have 3 ultimates left against nothing on the Foxian side.
What do you mean? The best ultimate in the game's coming out here. Meteor Strike. It always does so much. Moon's blind ball here, but has Transcend to the need. The Bob in the back line here will separate the support for the DPS on the Foxians. Moon forces it, Transcends with that dive from Akua, but Fire engaged right back in. And with the help of Bob, will take down War. So the Mei out of this fight. Skycer 1 HP. But the picks are in favor right now of the Bobcats. Akua trying to even it out. We'll find 2 on the back end here on the point. So big advantage right now for them if they can just get spawns back. Akua cannot die here, but gets taken down with Moon and Fire. And the statue paying homage to Manada there. The 2 Omnics in the statue will get that kill. It's a 4-on-2 on point right now. The swap over onto Akua on the Orisa. But Foos on the Tracer. Oh, Shibisek finds a headshot. This is very scrappy. Fire all day to take over here. Eventually, once the fight actually ends, this is still going back and forth. This is like your cotton games, ladies and gentlemen. There's 0 communication. Akua will finally take down Fire. And with their mantra on the way, they just moved 1 HP. Trying to take down Orisa in space to fortify. Not long for us. Question marks from the Fire on the Orisa. He cannot believe his eyes.
It may not have been the key to it, or maybe it was just from hero selection, but the Foxians do finally get that first point. Maybe we'll get rolling with it. The Zenyatta looks really good at the Orisa, though.
I mean, they finally get the opening pick here, but now they're going to get... Oh, the Nano over onto Akua to keep the horse alive in the front line. Hits the jab over on towards Fire, starts getting him back here. Moving to 1 HP, but will get healed up by Topaz from way downtown.
It's go time.
As of right now, here comes HP with the overclock on top of the high ground. Finding Moon, but Moon just barely dodging all those shots. Will not take too much damage here. A lot of ults being exchanged from both these sides. Really just sustain watch in the front line, but Fire looks to finally break it open here with Annihilation walking in the background, but Akua has a Terror Surge, will force Fire to retreat for just a couple seconds here. Guys are falling low. Akua 1 HP, just will melt down that horse, and Fire's Annihilation still active. DPS difference was third though, or on a Foos with the headshot, or on the War. So scrappy. 3-on-3 on Cart right now. War 1 HP getting burned up, but the healing is there. War has the Blizzard, so they decided to opt into it here, but Skycer just retreating up on that high ground. both teams just so scared of each other right now, just not wanting to peek around a single corner.
Could be stronger for the Foxians. They get their people back first. Zen might be caught here. Yeah, Trank.
Oh, the trans is forced, and now War has a free Blizzard. A good turn for the Pockets here. Now Skyster also isolated over in the corner. As a cool Walksmon down. Taking Skyster out of the way here. 8% good and dove on by Foos on the high ground, but gets the healing of Jack to keep him alive. Right now it's a very scrappy back and forth on cart as Fire gets Javelin right back to the corner. Foos still off in this off angle. Nowhere near a pulse. One gets snuffed by Dire! A great move, but they can't get the kill in time. Has a recall out. And now Moon is there in the alleyway for their assistance. Wall's gonna land over on towards Fire in the front line, but Akua is gonna get Nana and takes down Foos with one Javelin. Finds both in the alley. There's no assistance for Nano Horse in your front line, and now Fire is just stuck in this little corner. Has the Nemesis score, but gets stuffed immediately, then pushed away from Cart. As gonna move in and gonna get staggered on out, and now 2.5 minutes in the bank for Foxians just to capture point C. Get a bit of momentum here. Oh, cool, Skyster, good stagger.
Their ult bank looking a lot stronger as well. I think there's a chance that they full cap this here. We could get a. It doesn't matter what support ults the Bobcats get. That Parasurge and that Blizzard together, there's nothing that can make you survive that. I think the Foxians looking for something interesting here. Are we going to see an Orisa dive as Zenyatta?
I don't know, but we are seeing a Fire frozen on point and taken out immediately. War opting to use that Blizzard to take down their Mantra out of the way. Foos forced to recall as well in the back on HP Sec. Untouchable on this high ground right now. And now Moon will go down. Akua still has this Terror Surge should he need it, but it's sustained with it. Oh, the slip on the Mega from Dire onto Foos mid-blink. Oh, and then Sky starts to get stuck. Topaz 1 HP. Akua is just holding spawn by himself right now. And that will be 1.5 minutes in the time bank. Only about 40 seconds separating these two teams right now. And again, the adaptation on the Orisa. Akua finally whipped it out for us, chat. Right on the main channel for everybody to see.
Who needs a Juno when you're just that good at it? Might have doubted the Orisa into the Zenyatta, but it was clearly a good pick. Currently the momentum, that's the word I was looking for. Momentum in the side of the Foxians. More time on the clock for the Bobcats. So we will see the Foxians attacking first. I think they got a pretty good chance here though. We'll see what comp they're coming out on again.
Yeah, is there any adaptation from the defense here? Fire will be going over onto the Zarya to try to counter out the Akua Orisa, but honestly, it wasn't the tank line that was losing. It's Akua in your back line just melting down Moon on the Zenyatta, just not enough to keep himself alive through the pressure of the dive on the Fortify with the Javelin. Skyster will be opting back in as Ash was on Sojourn for that last point, but let's just see what Foos decides to opt into here. Still back in spawn, looking for a pick here. Skyster over in the cast, potentially Foos on the Sojourn. Foos Genji. A very interesting looking composition here, just full on aggression with the Discord, with the Genji, with the bubbles. But Akua back over on the Doomfist.
The Foxians do have the Mei, so the Zarya does have to be careful about being aggressive. So we'll see how that works out here. Although, Akua back on the Orisa.
Yeah, and HP back, swapping over onto the Hanzo, maybe looking for a free headshot after that recent buff for the 250 HP. Skyster very low, does get back in time to get healed by Topaz here. But now Fire cuts up stuff in a really tough position here. Had used a bubble, and a big wall from War. Both bubbles now used by Fire. Fire is now completely free. Foos looked on point as well. Dire has hit some massive sleeps on the Zana pick. Unorthodox and making it work right now. But Skyster's goes in with her flashbang right click and finds War. With the Mei out of the fight, Fire is aided up and falling very low here. Akua trying to get the kill, but Fire dodges out the Javelin. Boost finds the kill and Jack to the deflect. Boosting your back on it. They get Skyster about 30 seconds. That's basically last fight territory. You have a slight advantage on the spawns though.
First ult in the lobby, probably going to be high noon. But I think the biggest ult in the lobby coming up is the Nano. And they're swapping to Winston. I think they're going to play the farm this Nano here and go right for that Zenyatta, and we'll see how they react to it.
Another nice wall though. Will isolate Fire and force out these bubbles very early here. Moon trying to get the spy balls down. Maybe War 1 HP on point, has the block though. Akua jumps on up, but nobody's home. And now the point is free for FireCarter, or for Fire and Boost to walk forward. Dire's in a tough spot. Walking down a high noon Cassidy. The orbit array from Topaz to stabilize that and ended the celebratory transcendence there. Now just a drawable situation for the Foxians.
No
That's the
first map
Fire
win for
Zarya.
Foxians yet.
Score.
But if they hold it, could be a no second map win for the Bobcats as well. But I think Fire looks very good in that Zarya, and Moon once again looking good in the Zenyatta. I see they got a pretty good chance of capping here.
Yeah, I mean, the Hanzo pick, was that it, or do we see him go back to like the Reaper the Sojourn of the first point? Because the Hanzo, like, you see the vision, it just didn't get executed at all.
I think if Cass doesn't have 275 HP, if he's still at 250, that attack was completely different. But yeah, I don't think Hanzo's been very good for a while now. I think it was a valiant effort. If the hero was just a little bit better, that could have been a really good pick. So yeah, this is hopping off a bit to the Junker Queen. I don't know how much I like this. This is a very common tank pick for tanks that are saying, all right, fine, I'll do it myself. But on
if
defense,
there is a
I don't
tank
know.
to say I'm doing it myself, it has been Akua so far in King Zero with the Orisa pick. But Jack on the Moira. I know it's kind of his signature hero, and he gets a lot of work done on it.
4, 3,
He was looking for that dive on a Moon and the Zenyatta and trying to win that 1v1, but same thing we saw on the defense for the Bloomington Bobcats as they walk on out of spawn, trying to get something done here. Fire probably gonna be able to hold on involved a lot easier this time rather than on the defense, but I mean, Jack is just trying to suck everybody dry over on the point. They're getting healed right back up here. Full spawn though. A cool force you to shout over in towards that statue, but trying to hold 3v1 on this corner. Looks like he's doing a pretty well job of that as well. Topaz falling low, forced to retreat around the corner. Moon meets a shot from War. The body shot icicle will take the Zenyatta out of the fight, and this could be a minute already off this clock. And War with another nice wall stops the retreat from coming through. If they can get another pick here, it could be massive. But somehow Bloomington Bobcats are surviving through all that pressure. Akua trying to come back in and re-engage, but Akua falling very low. The fact you could get a kill off that War wall basically spelled doom for the Foxians here on the defense. War will try to stabilize as much as he can. Dire with one more sleep for the stats, but that will be a second map going the way of the Bobcats here with an extra minute to spare.
Much closer than the first map, though.
That's good.
If it keeps going in this direction, we might see a reverse sweep here. But as so far, no indication that it's happening yet. But I would hold out health for the Foxians. I think they can still make this pretty close.
Yeah, I mean we can only hope. We saw the Akua tank look a lot better, but do you keep this look? Because I know War, not to push shade on my boy or anything, but has a very limited pool on DPS, so you gotta kind of stick to this brawl look. Can't play the Akua Doomfist probably like he wants there, or the Winston, as we saw in the Desperation swap at the end. Honestly, the best look they have so far is also HP Sec on the Sojourn. Like, just with those recent buffs she got, and HP Sec being the aim demon that he is, was able to get a lot of precious damage and melt fire a lot quicker, as well as just assist with those slower orbs. And honestly, I want to see HP go back to that.
They are going to dive map. I was gonna say that I think the Foxians' best look has been Akua on the Orisa. And HP Sec on that Sojourn, but probably not going to pull that out on this map here. We are going to dive. They haven't made any role swaps though. They still got Akua on the tank.
I guess just hoping and praying that the Doomfist can do enough. I mean, we did see War pop off the Tracer a little bit there on King's Row on their attack, so maybe he's got up his sleeve. Maybe we haven't seen it yet. Potentially a secret weapon for the Foxians in the playoffs, but they got to pull the reverse sweep now, so they got to whip everything out like Akua said. I mean, if you're the Bobcats, honestly, just don't swap anything up. You're doing really good, of course, up 2-0 in the series. But do you keep the Zenyatta here on Gibraltar, or do you see Moon go potentially in Ana here? We saw yesterday's match between the Sea Dragons and the Roosters. We saw, I'm blanking right now. Silvertals on the Ana get a lot of value with those antinades, with those sleeps. So do we see that swap coming through? It's open. Also give a bit of a score update on the second game. I believe the Lancers took the second map as well, making it 2-0, unless Panini has the wrong score up on the other screen. He's in this chat right now. Brother, you are producing. You got folks up, you gotta lock in on the alternate channel. Akua is just trying to get them to say R. He just acts like 3 times here. But the Bloomington Bobcats are just simply letting this wait out. Just let this fear and disappointment of a 3-0 just brew in the air in the comms, the Foxians.
Could be a dangerous gambit.
We're going to call
for
one
to win it more. Gonna find a lobby.
I'm guessing they mean the servers.
Yeah. Classic Overwatch servers. But looks like we got a good one right away.
Well, that's good. And that is a dub. And they're also R right away. What? Weird how that happened. Just instantly. Like, oh yeah, we're good to go now. Very active chat there, and they're all want to talk to you, FireCarter. How come you're not responding to your loving and adoring fans in chat?
I responded.
No, I'm talking with the stream chat.
Oh, in the stream chat. Oh, I had that open, but I figured it wasn't that important.
Oh yeah, they've asked you a lot of questions. They want to know your opinions on a lot of matters, a lot of world problems.
Oh.
The biggest one I saw was
these fights are going way too fast.
the biggest one I saw was what was your highest placement in OWCS from Mr. AST Design?
Number 22.
Well, there you go.
That's interesting. At FireCarter, rushing or beating? I can't ask that question. Answer that question. Nobody's gonna get what that means.
Do it stank.
But I'll say beating. I'll say beating.
Okay, we're beating and also do it stank. I think Caber's asking the real questions in chat right now.
I don't know. No idea. Okay, so Akua's on the D.Va. Not that we were expecting it. Also, no Brig. But Moon not on the Zenyatta anymore, and Fire on a Winston. This game's gonna look completely different than the first two, I think.
Here we go, they're walking on in here. Yeah, Fire on the Winston. Does see the D.Va, probably starts cursing in his own breath a little bit here. But War just trying to contest the car a little bit. Will be forced to retreat, but big anti will land over onto Fire. War down already, not too good for cart contesting capabilities here on the Foxians. Dire Sleep can find nothing but air right now. The nade from Moon will find Nicole right as the DM goes down. But Jack has the healer on HPSec over onto his kitten, keeps HPSec nice and healthy. They're just hard pocketing this Tobian right now as Akua goes and kills things. HPSec is getting healed from both sides up on Blue Box. Moon can get sucked up from Dire and gets antied as well. Akua can clean that one up. Both supports now down for the Bloomington Bobcats, and Akua with a lot of juicy ult charge for his supports.
I think this is a really good look for the Foxians. I think they've got the better comp to the other one. It looks like they're keeping the Juno and not going to the Brigitte with either support. So Akua should be looking to feast here.
A good opening peck there from HPSec as well, with a damage boost and Mercy up on the high ground. Just holding the M1 right down Main Street here. And Boost has been stuck in server room for like 20 minutes by himself back here. Ever since he got the cart, there's not been any much support for this man. You have Akua jumping over down onto the point here. Moon is getting just rushed by War, by the D.Va. Just Topaz trying to get the Ana alive. A very valiant effort there, but guys are going to get anti here as well. And the Bobcats seem to have no answers so far to the boost to Corbin on the high ground.
No, they don't. I think we got to see an alteration here in terms of comp, in terms of how they're playing it. Maybe going for that nano, farming the nano on the Bobcats, or maybe switching to the D.Va after Primal. Either of those I think would be good options, but what they're doing right now, it doesn't look to be it.
Yeah, the turret now step on the back line. HPSec is body blocking for it, but the two-man anti. Bar's gonna follow one up, but Akua's already got in your back line and found two himself. Jack using that Valkyrie will keep the team healthy. HPSec is trying to get taken down here. The res is interrupted by Fire using that Primal Rage, but Akua's already found three in the back. HPSec finally taken down, but Akua is taunting in chat right now, finding the Tracer here, maybe getting the last second kill. It's just two on the cart for the Bobcats. Fire losing out on that Primal Rage, but the kills for Fu still here over in the server room, takes down War. Akua is trying his damnedest to try a 1v5 here. On this point, Jack whipped out the pistol against Boost on point, and finally this fight begins to slow down, stabilize their Boost 1 HP. Akua chasing with the bomb. These guys are trying to take him on down, but Akua fights guys with the bomb. This is just chaos here. There's nothing to color commentate. There's nothing. This is absolute chaos from Akua right now.
It's a relatively cheap fight as well. 3 ults for 2. Still going. Fight's still going.
Who's used that pulse bomb, but Aphid dodges out of that with the overload. Does have one cool and a turret on the high ground. Bob in the top position here. Recall is forced, but War lands the pulse bomb on the moon. But the kills here for Bloomington Bobcats are hot and heavy. Fire falling low, but we'll get healed right up. Both recalls forced out of these tracers. I mean, War just 1v1 push over on towards the cart. Now getting that mega over in server room. Pushing the cart forward. Topaz back for the assist on Fire in server room, but reinforcements have returned for the Foxians. Akua there with BM. No ult pushing the side right now. It's just a complete neutral game, and Akua loses that one out to boost. As the healing for Jack is not enough. And with War going down, that will probably be point A going the way of the Bobcats, but they had to just absolutely clawed their way to the end there.
Very good first point hold. It's definitely a much better look for the Foxians on this map so far.
Oh, Dire getting staggered out here as well as Worm. Probably Jack. Blocked by the turret from HV6, I believe, in that small little room. Very unfortunate. But you'll get some pretty good progress here on point B, and more importantly, shoulder control for Bobcats.
They're giving us a very slight reprieve here for a second on the respawns. But right back in.
Get your water, ladies and gentlemen. We got a whole 3 seconds of no fight going on here. War off on the side, but Kua eats Foo's pulse bomb in the shuttle. Shutting down that Tracer altar. War falling very low, but Foos in fact first to fall. So down that Tracer, down the backline pressure. Jack feeling comfortable to pop that Valkyrie and keep a Kua nice and healthy in shuttle. Whips out the Glock in a small room, but Moon is there to meet him. Right now it's very just slow push here for the Bobcats. Right under that bridge by shuttle, but Akua going even deeper here. Trying to find Topaz, and they will do just that. Third reinforcements for the Bobcats have to arrive, and Foos finds a kill over on towards War. But the positioning is here. Foos does not have the pulse bomb, and Aphid marking that Tracer over on towards the side. And this fight is still going. Jack uses the nano on the Mercy, and Fire just instantly retreats, pops a DM. Dire's nade, not gonna find anything there. And right now coming back over on towards that space shuttle. The fight again, they're not giving you any time to commentate here for FireCarter. They don't want to give you the experience on the cast. It's very unprofessional of them on the side. But finally, Dire will get him. Maybe a fight win, but Akua's it there to try to trade it right back. Full support's gone for the Foxians. The bomb in the backline, but with 4 kills, finally a fight win. All 5 are dead. Take it away. You got about 8 fights to commentate there.
I think we're currently watching both Akua and Fire feast on the enemy backlines, as is the nature of Viva. They got different looks for trying to survive it, but the thing I'm noticing is that the Foxians had to use a lot of ults to try to survive there. Bobcats, none. They have all 5 ultimates this fight.
And Akua swaps over on towards the Doofist and instantly pays for it with his own life. Sadly, the Tickle Monster couldn't get any kills there in the back line, and Bob takes a nice 2-second reprieve with the sleep dart from Dire, but back up immediately. Now HV2 really tough position here. There's 1v2 on the high ground. Him and his turret trying to get Fire out of the mech, potentially forcing self-destruct. Who's taken down now? The real assist when Akua comes up on the high ground, maybe trying to get a kill over on towards Fire, but has the block. Can't cancel the remech. Molten Core from HV2 over on towards the corner. Fire in a tough position here. Loses it on that mech, and Fire's rally not in time to get the mech in place here. Kua has his full power punch ready to go, but looks like he's going to opt into a slow play here. Fire still no mech. Skycer is in fact the Tiger. The pulse bomb is going to land from War, but pays for his own life. Very back and forth in favor. Moon hits that kill, or hits the skill bash around Akua's punch, but pays for it. As Akua tries to find Topaz here, but Topaz just expertly dodging through the air, just slowly strafing the A&D, but Akua will finally get that kill. That was definitely worthy of an LOL, but Akua goes out, and now Jackson really tough position here. Fire has a turn, has to use the rally, and this is like commentating a quick play game. I'm gonna be honest with you right now, Fire.
All of those ults that I was talking about, they're all gone. In fact, Skycer's already almost got another one. Once again, the Bobcats still have the ult advantage, but if it's anything like last fight...
And Akua dead again already. Over to Ray and Bob invested. But in fact, Fire's the one to let the kill feed, finding 2 quick kills there. We do have Jack just standing in spawn menacingly, trying to get back to his team, potentially War for the blink over onto his cart. Will get it just in time as the recall there, but a body block from Fire keeps any support from coming in. But Akua from the other side punches Topaz from way down. Topaz 1 HP. Gets a nice nade from Moon on the high ground. Moon untouchable. up here right now. But
69. Well,
that's fine. The objective is not important in Overwatch.
really not. Kills are always the most important thing. You can lose the map, but if you had the better KD, who really won?
Initiating match.
That's a screenshot I'm posting in Overwatch General. Check my kills, check my deaths. Imagine Melon in this lobby. I mean, yeah, you can't. There's just too much aura. It'd be overload.
I think this map has been a definitely different look than the other two. But I think, for what it's worth, I don't think either side are doing particularly bad at it. Diva might be a monster. The only reason she's not meta anymore is because Arisa's a bigger monster.
Keep moving out there.
So
Don't
both
wanna give
Divas
them
doing
any
their
easy
jobs,
shots, do we?
both backlines doing their jobs as well as they can at least. I think this is very close. I think they can still look at either side taking this map.
Akua said I was killing too much on Diva. Decided to go a much worse character and play Doomfist.
Well, there is something to said about Doomfist having a higher skill ceiling, you know, as the pros want us to care about.
You're gonna right here Shamita in the back line.
Maybe one day we'll go on missions.
Why are
in
they
Hawaii.
nerfing Doomfist, who has a higher skill ceiling than Diva, while keeping the Matrix there? They're not bouncing around the right players, man. Crazy. Anyway, War on the Pharah. Cool comes in for the assist, gets that punch over on towards the Diva, tries to force him back, but finds the opening kill. The Tickle Monster has opened things up, and will actually survive after getting one. That might be the first time this map that Akua has done so. Back finds another one. Fire is 1 HP up on his high ground, but gets right back to his team. Potentially Akua can shut that down. 1 HP. Fire eventually loses that over onto the mech. Moon cannot get a healing there in time. And Akua finds 3 kills, maybe a 4th kill over onto Moon. Yes, going for the 5K. Akua showing us that the Tickle Monster is alive and well on Doomfist. He's going even deeper. He wants Topaz, but Topaz got the moves, breaks his ankles. Will survive.
I find it interesting that the Bobcats are starting back on this Ana Juno look. When they switched to Brig Juno, it was a lot better for them last time. They've gone back to Ana Juno. And I think we've seen how that gets destroyed by the Doomfist right away.
Akua taking a much needed death up on the high ground, but goes right back in over on towards Moon. Knows doesn't have the cooldowns and finds the kill over on towards Sana. And with 2 kills for Foxians, might have just got this point A open here. Fire is still alive and still a menace. But yeah, just Foost and Fire on this point, no mech as well. Yeah, Foost staying claimed to the server room, but the core is not there, my friend. Has to come back and meet that one. The punch barely misses, but War does not for the Rockets. And a very quick point A for the Foxians on his new look composition. Skycer popping over onto the legs of all things. It's absolute chaos, this match. Okay, back to Cassidy. Back to your real character.
But they are on the Brig, and they are in the Cassidy. This should be a lot worse for Akua here. See how he adjusts to it.
I mean, Ward is pelting him down here in this room. Moon's in a tough position here. Now over to Ray up on the high ground. Jack looking aggressive on that one, but will pay for with their own life. But Akua has found both supports, make that a 3rd with the help of the over to Ray. Foost' pulse, I'm not gonna find anything either. And the cart just this whole time has moved. Fire loses out on the mech as well, force you to self-destruct. Now Foost is the main target for Akua up in Space Shuttle. And this HV seconds, this might just be point B. A cool body block in the bouncer up on the high ground. Fire will get one contest, but Aphrodite capture on point. Fire getting melted immediately, and Aphrodite with the nano hammer will get the kill over onto Fire. The disrespect, they are playing with swag right now. Absolute aura dripping from the Foxians on this map right now. Holy moly! And now they have 5 minutes to get to the end of point C. Not even a full cap move.
Maybe Akua doesn't even care what how hard they're picking to counter him. There's a Brig, there's a Cassidy, there's a Sombra. Well, no longer a Sombra. And an Orisa on the other side, but he says, I'll get 3 kills at the start of the fight anyways. Who cares?
Yeah, I mean, you'll have the overrate from Topaz, but you made a whole still pump swap, but now you basically did a reset. And the Foxians they still have 5 minutes to go here, and they're already halfway there to the objective. Topaz playing over on towards this left side, looking for potentially an overrate for the contest, but the Molten Core will stop really any aggression on this part right now. Aphrodite has the overload tried away from the Orisa, and the healing from Dire on his high ground the way back. They're doing good. The Science are there, Moon falling low, but Fire falls even lower. Guys, the group is massive! from War knocks the High Noon out of the line of sight. No overhead from Jax. That might just be it. This could just be a speed run on Gibraltar. Moon is being surrounded on cart by 3 men. Will go down. Topaz 1 HP. War hits the mid-air shot on a Topaz. And now we have Bruce take that 1 HP and 0. Fire is back, but the DPS line of the Foxes want to send to map 4. It's like using the hammer as they make that crowbar. And wow. Okay, the Foxians have heard us, and they want to go do a reverse sweep.
I think if they can keep looking like this, then they can definitely do it. I don't even know if you care what map you're going to. Doomfist is good on any map. You can play him on Dive, you can play him on Brawl. Corbian, same way. I think they found their comp. This is the comp that they want to play here. Akua tried to win the mental battle as well as the physical one.
And it appears he might already be doing so, as Fire has replied that this, yes, Moon in fact is complaining about how OP Doomfist is. I just look over at chat the entire time, and they're just having a whole separate conversation. They could be having like a philosophical Socrates circle over there. I don't know if they're watching the game anymore. They must have it muted here. They're just locking in their own conversation. They're arguing about who's a better Widowmaker right now. This match and Lunchly set the perfect mood. Now imagine Vindy, if we turned this match into the Talk to a podcast. Now that'd be truly the night. Now, if you're the Bobcats, where do you go? Like, with how good the Foxes played right there, where do you even go for our next map?
Well, we've gone to both Hybrid and Escort, so now they can pick from any of the Flashpoint, Clash, or Push maps. And I think they do not want to go to Dive. Not after that. So, Throne of Anubis is always an option, but do they want to go Clash ever anyways? Probably not. So I think New Junk City is probably the pick here. But obviously this because playing Doomfist on that map, I can tell you, it's not all that fun. Nor is Diva.
Let me just say, you see, remember early in the season, everybody was like, I hate Clash. I never want to play it. Make sure you take it out of the hero pool. But for like last like four weeks, every single game seems to have a Clash. Who would have thought?
I don't know. I was told I had to be controversial in stream today, so.
Oh no.
You know. That's fair. I think people are warming up to it. They made a lot of alterations in the last patch to make it more fair. I still haven't had a game on Clash since the patch, so I don't know how it feels yet. So maybe if they do go Clash, they want to watch it. But they did say they're going to Servasa. Servasa's also a good pick. I think New Junk City's better if you're trying to not dive, but Servasa also not a very good dive map. I think this is a decent pick. I think we're probably going to see Brawl come out from the Bobcats, but there's also a chance that the Foxians could still stay on that Doomfist look. It's definitely possible on this map, but of course no one knows but them.
Yeah, no one knows what Ray is cooking, what he's gonna whip out per se, except him before the game really begins. But the real question has been asked, and I think everybody is waiting to hear your answer on this one. How would you solve the Middle East there, FireCarter? Are you looking for like a ceasefire, like a two-state solution? Like, what are you really thinking here, man? I mean, AST Design really whipped out the biggest question.
Each individual person should get their own country.
Whoa, okay, he's going for like the 3 million state solution. He's actually up to the ante. Everybody gets like their own Pretoria from Family Guy. They just have their own flag in the front yard, and
this isn't localized to the Middle East. It's all people in the entire world.
Oh, so he's in 8 billion countries. What happens if people live together like in a house, right? How does that work? Who?
Shared territory.
Okay, shared territory. Maybe expand it. Why just get a girl?
It could be a political merger. You know, watching Game of Thrones. You know, they marry so they got better relationships. You know. Don't know what it is.
Bring back political marriages.
I think that sounds like a great idea. Well, I think as a necessity, if each person's a country, that's the only way it works.
I prefer to not marry politically. You can keep your own country. In fact, take mine. I just love you as a person. I hate your country, but love you as a person.
It could be like last names. You know, they take the same last name when they get married. same country when they get married.
Well, would your country name just be your last name, right? Because I could just be, or you'd be just like, I am Paul of Stevenson, because your country is Stevenson. If everybody has their own country, so everybody has like their own, royal titles. And thank God the teams are because we are now talking about a world with 8 billion countries and political marriages in the Middle East conflict. When there's Overwatch to play, God damn it, we're on to map 4. Yeah, back in Overwatch.
No one did just type there, deleted by a moderator. Surely it wasn't anything odd.
No,
And back on West Coast.
I like how we have a conversation about the Middle East, and the one that gets deleted by Automod is toes curled. I don't understand.
Initiating match.
I think the strategy is just to ignore it.
I think the strategy is to just, in fact, talk more about the Middle East and just not talk about toes.
Initiating
Yeah,
match.
if only I made money off of chat messages, I could just ask the most controversial topics. But going into Servasa, we are still, of course, waiting for a good server
number
to pop
4
up here eventually.
Traveling to Servasa. Initiating match.
Guys, we got a reset. We didn't get the same point as the first reset.
It's all West Coast, all the way down.
Initiating.
Skyster is trying his damnedest to bring it back for Bobcats. Hey, yo, we're playing on only West Coast now. He's even moved further west. He's gone in like his in his bathroom, which is a little further west on the coast. But oh god, Topaz is asking the questions. But I wonder what a cool thoughts in the Middle East are. Yeah, not going there.
That is a thought.
Ready
That is
for
correct.
battle.
That is a thought.
War is going to the Middle East. He's getting deployed. Oh, Akua has in fact dodged the question yet again.
Well, I think he's just answered both questions, actually. He's not going to either of them.
Traveling to Servasa. Initiating.
I can't believe
Or does
it.
neither mean that he's not going to neither of them? It's hard to tell.
Or does it mean he's going to both? He has no preference.
Yeah,
There's
he's
many
actually not going anywhere but the Middle East and West Coast.
questions. He's taking a full flight, a round trip. Okay, please, can we just start this game? We are running on yet materials, only map 4. There could be a map 5. We'd have another 5 minutes to fill. Chat, you got to cover another topic. We've already covered the Middle East. Now bring up something like uncontroversial. I like gun ownership or something. Just really bring down the heat. But Akua, no blue fists. Gonna play Orisa. And we saw King's Row. Looked very good. Grubhub, that's a very controversial topic, Sonic. We'll put that on the back burner. We'll come back to that one.
He might just be on the Junker Queen for the walk, but I would like to see it. No, he's going to Orisa.
Nope,
Coward.
very unfortunate. The cowardice. He doesn't answer Middle East or West Coast and picks Orisa. This guy is actual cowardice. Not a brave bone in the coolest body, but finally Overwatch being played once again. As both teams.
King's Row was close, so this might still go either way.
There they are. Get ready.
It was very close, and Akua not trolling on Doofus this time on the attack. So Word falling very low, but Moon takes the dome off with the kunai. Fire looking for a bit aggressive play here. Boost over on towards the back. We'll finally take an APX turret. Akua re-engaged with the Jasmine. A boost. It's just poking him from the back here with those pulsar pistols. Fire will get sucked up, but Dire pays for it with his own life. And with both sports going for the Foxians. First point flip will go to the Bloomington Bobcats. And that might be more fights than they won on their defense under Gibraltar, so a good start for them right here.
This is true. And they're very close to DPS ult already as well. The Junker Queen comes out. He heard me.
Yeah, opting not to play that Orisa no more. And we're over on towards Afara. Not wanting to play the main anymore. So ultimates are being reset here for a moment, but Foost is set behind him in the back on. Ward did look over his general direction. But didn't follow one up. HPSec has the overload of the turret for the dive from Foost, but will survive. Now Foost is still back here, by the way. Nobody's really noticing that Tracer just building a false bomb for free. But with Skies are finding War, the skies are now clear. From Boost and Bobcats, and Cole Lessons comes out. High noon from Skyster. It's a two-man. And with the consideration move, that will just... I mean, a cool place to find both DPS, so it makes it costly. But yeah, the point A going the way of the Bloomington Bobcats as they decide to lock in once again.
Flashpoint ruins.
Even with those two ults used, it is stronger ult economy for the Bobcats. I want to see the Foxians just go really fast. They just get in early picks. If they get cut off, they're not going to be able to do all that well. I want to see Akua walk right on that Cassidy.
Does have the shout there. Fire has Annihilation for the weekend test, and finding War's a good start here. They are going to exchange Junos, but Fire is hiding in a corner, using that block feature to stay nice and healthy, but it's still this 2-minute hit spot of Jack and Akua in your backline. The Fire with another known storm. Akua's nice and healthy. The pulse bomb by nothing but those 4 stairs. Akua uses the rampage in the 1v4 situation.
I wonder if that's a sign Akua's going to swap again. Does stay on the dirt.
Okay. Nope.
No, okay. Once again, Zarya much more countered by Ramatra. It's interesting to see how this goes.
Phase force are early here as well from Jack. Inspired walks forward with the nose swarm. War's wall will just try to keep the team healthy for a couple of seconds here before the fighting really breaks out. Try to save Onion's cooldown, but an early fade from Jack is forced to boost there to capitalize. Puts pressure over onto the Moira, forces the bubble out early. And yeah, over to Ray will probably creep right on up. Skyster with another 2-man high noon. And that'll be probably a second point going the way of the Bloomington Bobcats, as the spawn's not quite there yet for the Foxians, and same percent already.
It doesn't look like any swaps to fast heroes. I don't think we're gonna get a try here. Foos looking for something interesting here.
He does get called up by Dyer, but just has the recall. And he's back. Unites him helping the team. The slow. We're trying to block up any touchers here. 1-for-1, but Jack can't get there to touch. And I mean, Fire is
incredibly odd.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what's going on. I'm taking a second answer because these fights are still. Oh,
my precious word.
Cool. It's not looking good.
It is not, but if you want to reverse sweep the series, sometimes you got to reverse sweep on Flashpoint. There is always a chance. They do have Juno ult coming in. The Bobcats do not have a Juno ult, and we know how that goes usually, but Jack picked early.
Yeah, the Lucio gone, a cool position. Trying to force out these bubbles, and yeah, both sports now for the Foxians have been dealt with. Akua 1A bubble and 0 HP. Not a good combination. War will find Foos, so no screenshot for the collection there from War, but Jack Von Baylor once again Skyster trying to find another 2-man high noon, but the wall will stop that from happening this time. No swaps to it again.
45 ult charge for Zarya. And an early pick on Jack again.
Okay. Fire was not in the molten core there. Was hidden above it right now, but a lot of ults are being thrown out. Bit of an advantage right now for side of Foxians with it over to Ray Skyster 1 HP. Over walking into Cool right on in here. Cool with a decent amount of charge, trying to melt Fire out of that Annihilation. But Fire with another reset on the Nemesis form. Eventually taken down, and we're going to get some percentage finally built up for the Foxians, and the reverse sweep begins now.
All it took was the best ult in the game. But
yeah,
seeing as the Bobcats have their own best ult of the game and a rush, it's going to be a difficult fight. But if they can win this one, they might have a chance.
They play it like, you know, Space Station Gaming, where the Overrate comes in, they Blizzard right away. Blizzard comes in, over Andro's back, but Fire is isolated. Taking punches from Matra and taking him out of the fight, that would be huge, but the Overrate is there just in time. Keep their Matra nice and healthy. Now we have a Tracer Bat Cap from Boost. Tracer with yet another high noon. No kill for either team just yet. Akua is way behind enemy lines right now. He's playing another Flashpoint, finally emerging. Skyster is there, but here comes Akua in the back. 2-0 for Skyster. Skyster only gets one this time. The Graviton Surge will get 2 members. Even a toucher, HP Sec is there. And now it's just Fire versus HP. HP wins out the 2v1 on point as Akua melts guys from the back line.
That was an excellent fight from the Foxians. And if they've ever had a chance of winning this map, they have a chance now. Neither ults from either side, and Zarya always looks really good in neutral fights.
Especially with high charge right now. I mean, Foos will get the touch here. War may trying to mark the Tracers, force them not to get that one, but they will get that just in time. But Dire 1 HP flying above. Both supports now gone. For the Foxes, they're forced to retreat once again. And it's left by territory. Every only one close to ultimate here with the Molten Core. War will have a desperation touch. Molten Core finally engaged. But HP second look is a little bit of splooge on the points. Help take celebratory pulse bomb from Foost. And no touches. And the Bobcats, they give one map. That's all they're going to have for the Foxians. As the Bobcats take a 3-1 win. In what I believe was actually a non-even week. So they might have broken... Oh, it wasn't even week, so never mind.
It's week 8.
Yep, so they sadly ran into the Foxians, ran into the Bobcats in a rough time. That's just match replayed next week.
Just gonna show match. No, I think the Bobcats looked very good. They got a lot of early picks. I think they played the fights conceptually well, and I think the Foxians did a good job, but I just think the Bobcats did a better one.
Yeah.
Especially on that first and fourth map.
Now I have to give out an MVP for our match here, and you know, I in my mind, I'm thinking Topaz had a great showing on the Juno especially, and especially paired with Moon's Brig is not untouchable and able to keep up their Brigitte through the Doomfist dives of Zenyatta sometimes as well. So I honestly think Topaz had a great game on the support, keeping up Moon.
I think that's true.
We can go ahead and bring in Topaz for a quick interview then. And welcome on in, Topaz. Oh, I moved. Why are we in production 2 for the other game?
Sorry.
There they are. Congratulations, Topaz, on the win. A 3-1 victory against the Foxians. And you're the MVP of our match. So with just your initial thoughts on the game.
Yeah, I mean, just even week, right? Like, there's nothing else to it. We were just bound to win. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking we need to see this match once again played out next week and see the 3-0 for the Foxians, and then you can have a grudge match in the playoffs or something. But...
Yeah, no, it's okay. I mean, happened to be this week, that RNG. Sorry for them, but yeah. It was fun, though. I mean, I think it was a good match overall. I mean, the Doom absolutely destroyed us on Gibraltar, but otherwise, I think we kind of had to, so.
I think you guys looked very good on the Brawl today. How much work have you done on that comp versus the dive comps in particular?
I mean, honestly, we haven't really been able to scrim too much recently. But at this time, like, we have 3 players that are same collegiate team, so that helps quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, you know, what we've seen for the Bobcats a lot is also you going on like the Sigma and playing the tank while Fire, you know, opts in the support playing that Aurora. Are you guys kind of not wanting to do that anymore now that Armantro's in a really good spot in the meta? Your Juno looks fantastic, you know. Is it just kind of be the look going forward here, or is that because, you know, down, etc., maybe the swap's not quite needed? Kind of want your initial thoughts on that. Are we going to see less Topaz Sigma?
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of just a Sigma one trick. Like, I can play a couple of other tanks, but Sigma's by far my best. So, and then, yeah, without ETC, it's hard to do anything with Sigma, right? And then also with that, like, it's just because of MR, like, it's kind of in a weird spot of playing ETC with me on something. So, also, I mean, I played Juno for our collegiate team, right? So I'm just getting a bunch of hours on her. So it just makes sense for me to stick on her.
All right, and FireCarters, since it's your first cast, man, I'll let you take the honors of El Clasico away from me.
All right.
Go ahead and ask it.
Well, you know where it's coming. If you could pick anyone except for yourself on your team to be MVP, who would it be?
I guess. I mean, unfortunately, I can't choose WYND because he wasn't ringing for us today. Otherwise, I'd choose him. But who's our ringer? What was our ringer's name? I can't remember his name. Skyser, right? Yeah, I think Skyser played really well. Like, I think everyone on my team played really well. But like, I don't know. He was I don't think he was giving himself props in our comms a little bit, but I think he played really well, especially since, as far as I'm aware, he's more of a flex DPS player. So I think he played great.
Well, I think the other thing we learned from that is your team is so bad, you hate them so much, you gave MVP to a ringer
Yeah,
rather than somebody on your team.
That is true.
Plus 100 aura. Anyway, congratulations on the win. And sadly, unfortunately, I'll give you your early condolences for next week's loss, and early congratulations for the weeks after that win, and I believe another loss in week 11. So, congrats on the 500 beginning, and we hope to talk to you again here soon. And hope you guys can break the streak next week, and we'll hopefully talk to you again here soon.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. With that being said, Topaz MVP of our game and back healthy with his team, and yeah, 3-1, pretty close on a couple maps there, especially Kings Row and Gibraltar. Saravasa and Lijon not so much, but honestly, you can't ask for much more than that going against the Bobcats in an even week here, FireCarter.
You cannot. And it's not over for the Foxians yet. They still have a chance to get into playoffs, but the Bobcats looking a lot stronger.
And do not worry, Caber 27, I will acknowledge chat. So, there you go. Hopefully I made you night. With that being said, we still have another game going on the alternate channel, Aurora Esports MN2, between the Lancers and the Cuppa. That might be going to a map 5, actually, so should be an exciting one. Hopefully the Cuppa can avoid losing another map 5-2-3. But yeah, with that also being said, WYND will be back on the main channel at 9 p.m. for the other game, the Floppas and the Quail. Should be a pretty good one as well. I forgot who's going to be casting that one. It is going to be War and Bap, so War and Moon. Two guys who are in this match coming in for another one. So, yeah, just anything you got to say, FireCarter, before I send us off for your first cast? You only get one, so.
Nothing other than thanks for having me. Sorry for the bubbles, but I look forward to being back.
I look forward to having you here soon as well. So with that being said, for WYND on the prod, for FireCarter on the cast, I've been Booney. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy, and have a great rest of your year, everybody.